What's up, everyone at the Players Lounge? Aaron Murray here, and it is Super Bowl week. The Philadelphia Eagles facing the Kansas City Chiefs, and we got lots of Georgia players on both sides. And one of my favorite dogs from a year ago, who's now playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, Nakobe Dean, joining us to break down the excitement heading into the Super Bowl. Nakobe, man, appreciate you jumping on.
I appreciate y'all having me. Appreciate y'all having me.
All right, so you go from winning a national championship to now being in the Super Bowl here in a few days.
Yeah.
What was the sweeter feeling, winning that playoff game versus Michigan, knowing you're going to the national championship, or winning the NFC Conference Championship, knowing that you're going to go to the Super Bowl?
I gotta give it to the NFC championship just because it's an actual championship, and in college, winning the Orange Bowl. I mean, you are winning the bowl game, but it's like, all right, let's get ready for the Natty now. But it's the same way. It's like let's get ready for the Super Bowl now. So they both feel great though. They both feel great. And the only reason I say NFC Championship maybe because I'm in the now. Like it's right now. It just happened. It's fresh. So I gotta give him get a little bit of I gotta get a nod to the NFC Championship.
Hey, and the Super Bowl is the biggest damn trophy there ever it was. I mean, that's the best award that anyone can win, man. It's a dream come true. So I'm torn because I was drafted by Kansas City, but I also played a year in Philly. So I'm like, who do I root for? So I'm just hoping for a good game. I think the one big difference too is that you guys played that game at home. You know, the Orange Bowl obviously was in down there in Miami. The playoffs are going to expand, but I don't know, man. I would love to see like the playoffs be at home and then this, the national championship be at a neutral site. Like, talk about that. Like the fact that the game was in Philadelphia for this. Would that work in your opinion for college football to have these playoff games at their at essentially on campus leading up to the national championship?
Yeah, I feel like it will. It'll definitely bring more money to those specific universities. I just feel like I don't know. You might have to take a couple of them games out of the college season. You can't have the college season going long into January like the NFL season do. Um, but I do feel like it'll definitely bring a lot to the university. But it'll take away from the bowl games though. Each bowl game is individual, so I don't know. I don't know. I think we should
Yeah,
keep.
but then you could keep the bowl games to themselves. Like you still have the bowls, and then you don't like the playoffs don't mess with the bowls. So you're just at home, get ready for the natty. So I don't know. A lot to figure out
Yeah,
still. Speaking of being at home though, them Philly fans are ruthless. I mean,
yeah,
damn, they're wild now.
yeah.
Like I remember before one of our games, they were booing one of our receivers, Nelson Aguilar, because he had like three bad games in a row. And it's like pregame warmups, they're booing him. I'm like, man, trying to give the dude some confidence. But that's just how they are. That's just how Philly fans are. They're passionate, they're wild, some of the
Yeah.
most energetic. How different is it compared to Georgia fans from what you've seen in a year being from Georgia fans and how passionate they are to Philly fans and how passionate they are as well?
Starting with Georgia. Georgia fans definitely passionate. They definitely passionate. But I don't think we ever got booed by Georgia fans, no matter what we did. I mean, we lost in Sanford Stadium before I don't think we got booed. So Philly fans, they definitely unique. I love them. I love them. I was actually, I think I was at a gas station one day. I was uh went in the store to go pay for the gas, and they noticed a fan noticed me. He was like, yeah, right now, the city is jumping in front of a bullet for you. He said, and we'll be quick to throw you in front of one too. So, he said that to me. So it was like, yeah, but they let you know. But I love every bit of it of them holding us accountable.
Oh, I mean, they are loved. Hey, listen, you win a Super Bowl, you will be kings of that city, man. You will run that. Everyone will get a key to any place you want to go. Speaking of a stud, Jalen, your quarterback has just been
Mhm.
absolutely kicking some ass. It has been fun to watch him do his thing. I was a doubter. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't think he'd do what he's doing, and man, he's just a hell of a leader, and he's really,
Definitely.
I thought, has grown as a passer too. It's been a really interesting topic of who gets to claim Jalen. Is it Alabama? Is it Oklahoma? Has that been discussed in the locker room? Do you kind of get any feel for him of where his love really lies?
Not at all. Not at all. I don't think we got a couple Oklahoma guys. So one I think, but I don't think we really ever even had that conversation. But if you ask me, see, I was from the South, born and raised from Mississippi. So the only thing I watched was SEC ball. So it kind of when he went to Oklahoma, I didn't see him. They didn't even. I don't think we had the channels to like to watch the 12 o'clock game of him. But when he was at Bama, I definitely watched him. So I know Jalen from Bama. When I think of Jalen in college, I think Alabama.
That's what I tell people. I'm like, in 15 years from now, when you think about Jalen Hurts and his career, Oklahoma is not going to be in my brain. It's all going to be Alabama. I mean, dude was 26-2, SEC Player of the Year.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm with you though. I will always think, or excuse me, Alabama, but we'll see. We'll see.
yeah.
I'm interested to get his take because it's been a really interesting topic for him. You guys won the first Natty.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia goes and does a little bit better, wins the SEC championship, and then wins the national championship once again. A big reason is just Kirby Smart, man. He can motivate anyone.
Yeah.
Man, he has me want to run through a damn wall. Talk about when you're in that locker room and Kirby gets in front of you guys. Are you guys like, oh shit, it's about to happen? It's about to happen. He's about to let this thing go. Talk about those pregame speeches from Kirby.
Yeah, I don't think the anticipation is there at all. Just because it's like he's like that 100% of the time. No
Mm-hmm.
matter if it's no matter if it's the middle of spring practice, if it's the end of fall camp, he was like that, loud and 100%, and like he is like I would say ultimate motivator. But by the time games got there, we was all ready to go. We was itching to get out there on that field. It was like almost like they had to hold the doors. I mean, they had to hold us back from the doors. I mean, we had a. I actually think it was the Miami um, game last year that we played in to go to the Natty. He kind of got the already. He kind of got into it with the bowl guy who was trying to hold him back, and we was ready to go out there on the field. We were just itching and hungry to get back out there and play some football.
Oh, I'm telling you, man. If I had some of those pregame speeches, I love Coach Rick. He kind of let Bobo do it, but man, Kirby just he gets me freaking
Oh
fired
yeah,
up when I hear some of
yeah,
that stuff.
yeah.
Another guy that gets me fired up, a couple of guys. This is back to the Super Bowl talk. This Super Bowl has become like the Kelsey brothers Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So Travis, was an awesome teammate. Jason is an awesome teammate. Both completely different human beings, but incredible athletes. Has that been a fun topic at all about the brothers versus brothers heading into this game?
To we I'm being we don't really discuss it. We just kind of been trying to talk about what we gotta do in the game. But personally, like on the side, it's like, man, that's cool just to be able to play in the Super Bowl with your brother against your brother. It's cool. Like you see Travis saying his mother can't lose, and that's true. It's like it's crazy. So yeah, I feel like that's just a blessing. It's just a blessing to be able to have your brother that you didn't grow up with, been through everything with, and you able to play in the biggest game of football that it can be.
Speaking of family, are you getting more calls or did you get more calls for the national championship for tickets or to the Super Bowl from like mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousins, friends? Like what's been more the popular ticket, Natty or Super Bowl?
It's been more Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's been more Super Bowl because I mean, it's a Super Bowl.
Okay.
People have Super Bowl parties. People who not Eagles or Chiefs fans are gonna have Super Bowl parties and watch the game, watch every second of the game. So it's a Super Bowl. I don't know people who have too many people who outside of the two teams who just have national championship parties to watch. So yeah, it's definitely been a Super Bowl. People been hitting me up like crazy, but I kind of leave it all to my mom. I let her handle all the tickets.
I will let her know if there's an extra ticket. I'll take one for the Super Bowl. I've never been before, so just I'm here. I'm here if you need an extra one. Uh, so I do remember the NFC Championship game. the some little fighting broke out, and all of a sudden, boom, in comes Nakobe to try to break things up. What goes through your mind in that kind of situation?
No, you just try to keep the peace. Keep the peace. You know,
Oh yeah, was that what it was?
it's football. Testosterone get thrown around, but my main thing is try to break everybody up, try to get back to the game. At that point, the game was over, so we trying to end the game so we can celebrate. But your teammates out there and the guys that you've been banging with the whole time, you don't want to see nobody do nothing disrespectful to them at all. So yeah, testosterone get thrown around. It's football.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is football. All right, last one before I let you go. The tight end spot. Obviously, Travis is the best tight end in the world, best tight end in the NFL. So if you're the best in the NFL, you're the best in the world. But you have to go against Brock Bowers, who was the best tight end in college football a year ago in practice all the time.
All the time.
How did going against Brock and Todd Monken and their offense help prepare you for the NFL and kind of the offenses that you see day in and day out or week in and week out?
Well, he got one of the most, as far as I used to practice against Coach Monkey defense, he got some of the most complex like passing schemes and everything, when it came to just getting the ball out and throughout the air and trying to take the linebackers out of it and making it one-on-one for like DBs on tight ends or running backs or receivers for the deep ball. So I feel like it prepared me well, and I feel like our defense that we play at Georgia prepared me well because it put me in every situation. They blitz me, zone coverage, man coverage, wherever was asked from a defensive player on the line, off the line, I was able to do at Georgia as far as walking up in the A gap or running with the number two receiver up the seam.
But you're a hell of a player to do it, man. And you landed in a really, really good spot at Philadelphia. So we'll be rooting for you. I
Yeah,
think I'll be rooting for you. I don't know. I'm very neutral, but I know a lot of Georgia fans will be rooting for you, especially you and Jordan there doing your thing in your rookie year, man. Going from natty to possibly Super Bowl champ, back to back years. At that point, there's nothing left to accomplish. Like you've done it all. You've won a national championship. You've won a Super Bowl. Just go retire, go buy
no,
some land, and go chill.
it's a lot more to come. We try to be the greatest in the world.
There we
Well,
go.
you
You
just
may
said
be if you win this.
definitely. We gotta do it again.
All right. Well, that's Nakobe Dean, man. Nakobe, appreciate you once again. Good luck this week. Fly, Eagles, fly. And hopefully you'll be having some more bling in that finger here after the win versus Kansas City this weekend.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you.